There we go. Hello. Happy Sunday. Everybody, welcome. I'm Leslie Plazz, back once again for my Sunday edition of the Zazoo Plazz show. And it's February 28th, 2021. Snow has gone down a little bit. We had some rain. So looking at the pond, which is still frozen, it's supposed to get icy again this week and cold. We might get some more snow. So winter's not done with us yet, even though we're through February. Breaking out the green for March. I found another tree at the school over there, and the basketball players are out today. I had to take baby out, my divine Diva Dog, because she was giving me the evil eye. You know how dogs do. Don't even think about not taking me out before you go and do what you do. I know you're going outside without me. I know it. I know. So I took her out, and everybody's going off to a Boy Scout meeting. They've got my son Jack planning his Eagle project, and planning in March he's going to get it done. And he's doing his research on nature and plants and animals and getting all the ducks in a row. And so it's happening. And those of you out there who've been through the college admissions process with their children or for yourself, where he finally got accepted to all of his schools that he applied to. So he's got a decision to make. He had a virtual college meeting this weekend with one of his colleges, and it's really cool because you don't have to take them all over the place. He's just in a Zoom meeting, and they talk about the college, and it's like being there, and you can sit there with them, and you don't have to get out of your pajamas if you don't want to have your coffee. It's pretty cool. My parents used to have to drive me everywhere, So I think that's progress. Because I can go and do my workout and have breakfast and catch a little bit of it. And, I can be really productive. Get my groceries delivered. And I'm constantly thinking of ways to make my life more efficient, Virgo full moon here. But Pluto and Virgo, Uranus and Virgo, we're the generation of how can we make this thing work even more efficiently, better, faster, leave me more time for my creative pursuits, getting out into the woods and talking to myself into a little screen. So, lots of good news this week. I'll start off with a little bit of Zazoo Plazz news. The alumni magazine of the University of Connecticut published a little blurb that I sent in on my having published Zazoo Plazz a year ago. It's been about a year. Very happy to see that and to be in the alumni magazine with my distinguished classmates, and lots of good company there. And so wishing Zazoo Plazz, even though it's really, I have to say this, since I launched the book on Leap Day, February 29th last year, 2020, technically Zazoo's not going to be one until 2024, because that's the way leap years work, right? Or you could say tomorrow's her first birthday, but technically not until 2024. See what happened there? My husband, his uncle was a Franciscan priest, and his roommate at the where the priests live, the rectory, yeah, down in New Jersey. His birthday was February 29th. We went down to visit him one time. We had pie, and said, you know, that's a pretty cool birthday to have. In some ways, you know, it makes you really different from other people because you only have a real birthday every 4 years, but you know, it keeps you really young. So like when you're 64, you're only 16, and you can get your license. So I think at the time it was just time for Zazoo to, you know, to leave the nest. But now that I think about it, she's kind of like eternally young, you know. I have that spirit. So I was running yesterday, and I went on my phone and like, okay, what's going to pop up? And I listened to INXS, INXS, a band that, you know, was really popular the year I graduated college, like 87. And, you know, The Devil Inside, what's the other? Oh, New Sensation, I like that song. And I played that song, Mediate, you know, and it's the one that's inspired a lot of, you know, copycats, where the band members, Michael Hutchence and the other ones, they get up there with the signs, you know, and then they just toss them, and everything rhymes with 8, like Kate and mediate and, you know, try not to hate and love your mate, stuff like that. Awesome song. So it got me thinking, you know, in honor of INXS, I started thinking I-Z-E, you know, anything with a Z in it, so eyes. I started thinking of words that end in eyes or sound like eyes, you know, like exorcise, eyes, things like that. So I get inspired by pop culture. What can I say? Lots of things inspire me. Nature, people, colors, words, the smallest of things. So I wrote, in honor of Zazoo Plazz, my alter ego and the journey that she's taken me on this year, and all that's happened, and in honor of her, and in honor of you, my Zazoo Plazz community. Everyone, if you're listening to me, this is for you. And Zazoo, who's brought us all together, and through Zazoo, I've gotten to know myself a little bit better. So here we go. A poem in honor of Zazoo Plazz. Thanks to INXS. I set out to satirize and exorcize the tricky lies that patronize and try to cut us down to size. But Zazoo Plazz in caperon flies with Diva Dog in justice spies. She'll patronize small enterprise, prioritize and harmonize, divine surprise. With friendly guides, she'll fraternize, while your third eyes, she's exorcised and sympathized with family ties. To summarize, please energize with stars and skies, and then reprise. I just wrote that. I mean, not like now, but before I left home, I wrote that. Kind of feel like Kermit today, wearing my green. It's not easy being green, standing out here in the brown woods. Well, now I stick out, but, you know, usually if you're green, you blend in, right? March is a very green month. I was making up my menus, and I'm getting all excited because I said, what if I planned the whole month's menu like the end of the previous month, and then I wouldn't have to waste time on meal planning, just like I do with my workouts. So I'm like, okay, March food, and I always try to see what's in season, and they're like Brussels sprouts, asparagus, spinach, kale, sweet potatoes. What else was it? Green, mushrooms and cauliflower. And as you read in the book, I had some major fails with cauliflower. It was not a big hit in my house. And Brussels sprouts, I like them, but the guys, not so much. And I don't want to see those expressions on people's faces while I'm trying to eat and enjoy my Brussels sprouts. And tuna fish is another thing I love. My husband, not tomatoes, tuna fish, cauliflower. So, I think I'm going to designate like one day a month where I plan for myself when he's not around or something, and just say, okay, this is the day that, like Good Friday or something, no, not Good Friday, but some Friday, I'm going to eat all the things that you hate that I like. You're forewarned, go out and get takeout if you don't like it. That's what I'm going to start doing. But I'm going to make, got recipes for like these, it's like a grasshopper pie or something. It's got like layers, like green and, chocolate, and it looks interesting, gluten-free something or other. But I'm going to have to plan ahead to avoid that little fiasco that we had with the orange pudding. Yeah, there's going to be fiascos. I mean, anything involving kale. I tried making kale chips, and I thought, ooh, I'm making this like curry soup. What is it? It's like orange, so sweet potato, kind of chickpea, curry kind of soup or something. And I thought, oh, pita. It would be nice to have like warm pita. And I thought, oh, I could get pita chips. And then I'm not going to make pita chips because I can already see that's not going to. I got my little ramekins, and I'm going to make little mini beef pot pies tonight. I'll post them so you can see. I'm rambling. But I've got, okay, so the funny for today. Sometimes I'm hanging around with my dog too much, and I get to be kind of an instigator. So I heard through the grapevine that they've taken one of my favorite childhood toys, other than spirograph, which was, where you make the little, you've got the little plastic discs, and you go around in the circle and you make all these cool patterns. That was one of my favorites. And Light Bright, which inspired a Zazoo word cloud that I just made. It's like a black background with like 80s neon. It's cool. And you'll see that at some point on my website. But the formerly Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head has been reduced to just the spud, just Potato Head. And I said, foolishly, oh, wouldn't this be cool to post on social media? I think I'm going to stop doing that. Because, I thought, and later in the day, my judgment is not as foolproof as earlier in the day. So I didn't know what was going to happen. So I threw it out there innocently, and I thought, oh, that little poem that I knew when I was a kid. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4. And I got bombarded with all kinds of emojis. Ah! It's a toy. Ah! As far as I'm concerned, kids have always been wildly creative. So I think that whenever you give a kid, they'll find a way to make it reflect their reality. I know I did. The beauty of the simple toys And a lot of the toys that, you know, we even gave our boys are just, you know, the simple ones, the blocks, the Legos, you know, the things. We'd give them the fancy Lego kits. They make them once and they tear them apart. And they'd have all the pieces. And then they'd rebuild something that was totally of their imagination. So I think, you know, if I had little ones right now of the potato head age, I would just, you know, give them the kit, break down all the pieces, put them out, and see what they do with it. Don't tell them, this is, you know, this is señorita, you know, or señor, whatever. Don't even tell them what vegetable it is, you know. Just give them the thing and throw out the pieces and see what they do with it. It tells you a lot about your child to see what they come out with when they're not told what to make. Yeah, what the heck, give them a regular potato and see what they do with it. That's what they used to do. They used to give the plastic mouths and ears and eyes and everything to the kids. I guess before my time, I always remember the kit with the mustache, and they kind of looked like my Uncle Mo, you know, who I talk about in the book, with the mustache. So I'd make Uncle Mo, you know, tear that apart, you know, make myself such as I thought I looked like, you know, whatever was available to me I would use. And my parents would just go off and do their thing. They wouldn't sit there and go, whoa, don't make that. No, they didn't care. You know, I'd go play outside. They wouldn't even tell me. I'd just go, you know. Just go. See ya. Like, yeah, come back for dinner. Go talk to the trees. Yeah, here I am. What can it hurt? You know, let the kid be. Just be. I'm all in favor of creativity. So that's my 2 cents. You know, Hasbro, if you're listening, cool toy, but, you know, I think if we honor the child, honor their creativity, we'll be amazed at what we see and what will be created in the future. Just, you know, you end up with some kid who's blazing trails and putting up a nature center in the woods for little kids to come and look at, appreciate, and benches to sit on, and going up to probably New Hampshire because they've got 250 square miles of woods that he can explore, and we get to go up and visit him every now and then. So here we come, March. So synchronize with the skies, and then reprise. I hope you have a poetic week. Take your potatoes, put them in with get them ready throw in with your corned beef and cabbage and carrots. Here comes March. March forward toward our destinies. And now I'm going to go make Zazoo a cake or something. So, till next week. Ooh, Japanese cherry blossom today. It's a little strong, but okay. So, take care. Be wise. Bye-bye.